Good day. I felt compelled to get up. I was sleeping. I had a good rest. And again, this morning as I was waking, I felt fear clutch me. And the other day I realized that it wasn't exactly my fear, because it was something it was a fear of something that I have already released. And it was a fear of death, right? I'm not afraid to die. I understand what death is. I understand who I am. And I realize that that which I really am can never die. So that is not a concern for me. And so I realized that was energy that's in the collective social milieu. Maybe not in the collective mind of people who occupy the same vibration as I, but maybe so. But anyway, this morning I woke up and I was a little bit not clutched in fear, but concerning myself about something that I can say that I am, that is in the forefront of my mind. And so I decided that I was going to get up and I was going to go for a walk. One, because that was good, and that's something to get my endorphins up, and that it was going to give me some time to meditate. And as I'm walking, I realized that I am indeed trapped between two fears. So, which is interesting. And so this is something that I need to release, right? I think the biggest fear, to be quite honest with you, although I know that I'm divinely guided, divinely provided for, and, I know that this is true. I think the biggest fear that is controlling this situation at the moment is me losing my place at my job. And the reason why I say this is not because we're home from work. We are actually working from home in my job, but I am on the executive team. And in order to hold up appearances, the executive team has decided that even though we are not essential workers, we are going in to show the essential workers that are there that, we're in this with them. And while I am a member of the executive team, I do not run a program. I am an executive coordinator to the CEO. And my only reason for being there is to support him and the COO and communicate with the board. So this has kind of required me to have to come in, and not only come in once a week like everybody else, come in twice a week. And I can say that I'm annoyed about that. I can say that I don't think that that's fair, and I can say that I am not necessary to be there, to open the door, to do stuff that nothing. Like the last time I was there, nobody came to the door. No packages came. Everybody's working from home. It's not necessary. Yet I have, in the beginning was like, I'm not worried about this virus. I'm not worried about it affecting me. I do have my mom home watching my kids. So I'm fine. I'll come in, fine. But now, I see and I realize, and I think that we all don't think this way. We think that, it's not going to be that bad. But there are people who are perishing, And like I said, I'm not afraid of my body temple passing away. I'm not. However, I have kids at home. I have a 70-some-year-old mother at home. And if I don't need to put them at any more risk, I don't want to. And so I have this desire not to go in. I don't want to go in. And yet I feel stuck in that. I feel stuck in that. And so I feel stuck because I feel fearful about saying to them, listen, I don't want to come anymore. I don't. About what might happen. So that's a fear, and fear has no place here. Fear, I will not let fear overcome me. And so I'm realizing that there's some things that I need to release there. There's some conversations that I need to have. And so I need to release that fear. I need to release that worry and that doubt. And then, morning. Then I also am, like I said, I'm concerned about my family, about taking care of my family, about making sure that my family is healthy and wealthy and well. And me choosing to put myself in an environment where there are more people who I don't know what they've come in contact with. And, you know, there's a lot of variables when it comes to this virus and how long, you know, you don't have symptoms. I'm not fearful of that. But I am concerned, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And so I can't even say that it's fear then. I can just only say that I am concerned. And I know what needs to happen. I know what needs to happen. I know that I need to talk to my bosses. And I need to have a real conversation with them about my concerns. And let the chips fall where they may. And that requires me to expand into an area that, you know, this is happening to cause me to expand. And I need to learn how to do that. So that it's not going to let me go until I have this conversation. I'm not going to be able to release a concern until I do the thing that I'm concerned about, till I face it. And I know that. I'm just waiting for the best opportunity, and I was hoping that the universe would just kind of deliver it to me. And I don't want to lie. I want to be truthful and trustworthy in all of my dealings. And the truth is that I caught something. I had a sore throat that was really bad for 4 days, went away, it came back. And on the day that it came back, my mom said that she had a sore throat. And I said, does it feel like a ball in your throat? Does it feel like something's like constricting this side of your throat? And she said, yeah. And I said, it's going to move. It's going to travel. It's going to go all the way you're going to think it went away when it hits the center. And then when it gets over here, it's going to go back up to your other side of your throat. And I'll be darned. She said, it did exactly what you said it would. So I can use that. And I feel like I've been given that for a reason, right? As my, not excuse, but as my offering to say, here's your opportunity. And yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm still dealing with the fear component about talking to them. Because the one boss is kind of aloof. And that's his control drama. Oh, I didn't think about that. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, and you? Good. That's his control drama, being aloof. And then the other one is kind of an interrogator. But the way that she does it is she wants to pick your brain. So she's asking you all these questions and she's getting in your brain so that she can manipulate you, control you. And then the other one just controls you over his aloofness. You ask him a question, I gotta start looking at stuff as energy again. Sometimes I forget to, you like get trapped in the idea that all of the stuff that is happening around us is the physical stuff that's presenting is all that there is. And there's so much more. So I know what I need to do. I know what needs to be done. I am going to set a date and time for me to do that, and that's going to be tomorrow, Sunday. Or should I do it Monday? I don't know. Anyway, I'm scheduled to go in on Tuesday. So I'm thinking maybe Monday. The other reason is because I'm also, I know that the opportunity has been given me in this way, with me having been sick and have passed something to someone else. And it, me not knowing what else might come. But I also feel like the governor at some point needs to be like, shut this shit down. We already know what has happened in other countries. I don't understand why we think we're going to be any different. But then again, we're America. And we think that the world revolves around us. We think that nothing can happen to us. Unless we're the people who did this. And in which case, that would explain why we're so lackluster with our response. So lackluster with our ability to shut it down. Because we are really concerned about economy and not people. So yeah. Anyway. This is what a not so good day looks like. Now, it's a good day. It's a beautiful day. But notice that our focus can be off when we are experiencing turbulent times. And so what we need to remember is the practice that we've set up during the good times. We need to remember to give thanks for all that is. To give thanks for nature working in divine order, for the breath of life, for divine protection, provision, and guidance. I'm so thankful that I'm divinely protected, provided, and guided. So Thankful for all the birds that are out here singing. I heard a woodpecker earlier. When you begin to live in the attitude of gratitude, you see things differently. And so that's what I'm about to do now. I'm about to spend some time, but I really did need to release. This is how I transmute negative energy. I release. I have to purge it, call it for what it is, and then fill myself with thanksgiving, fill myself with what I know is true, with what I know that is the truth of what is, not what we see, but that everything is happening for our good and our expansion. And I know that this situation of contrast right here that I'm living in at this current moment, it is happening for my good and my expansion, and that its purpose will be fulfilled because I will learn the lesson. I am not trying to repeat lessons anymore because we don't have the time for it. There's no time to repeat lessons, only time to learn lessons and continue to ascend. Have a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy the air and the trees and the beauty that surrounds us and the still quiet. Love you guys. Bye.